What is going on, guys? Your boy KD, we back at it with another video. And today, we finna just be doing a little story time. I like these videos where I'm sitting and I'm talking to the camera. It's easier and it's better altogether for me. Anyway, it's gonna be, I'm gonna sound a little crazy, but like some ghosts, some salmon code, you know. I have to call them. I don't know, maybe when I was little, my imagination was crazy, but I got a couple ghost stories. Let me know in the comments below what y'all think. I mean, maybe it really was just my imagination. I was really having a good time. So anyway, without further ado, let's get right into the video. So I got a couple because I feel like most of them, like my memory's so like foggy that the story's gonna be short. So I'm just gonna put multiple in one, or maybe if one is long enough, then I'll just save the rest and make it a little serious. I don't know, whatever y'all want. But this first one is about my childhood home. It was me, my mom, my grandma. We all lived in the house, and just like a lot of things would be going on. Like, I know this is a bit of a time jump, but after my mom moved out of the house and we went into our own place, my mom would drop me off at my grandma's so she could go to work. So my grandma would watch me, and my mom had to be at work early. So I know that by the time we got there, I want to say it was like between maybe like 4 or 5 in the morning. And so we'd go, it always go the same. My grandma would make me peanut butter toast for a little before bed snack. Also, I'm sorry about the lights. I don't know why it's glaring like that. I don't know how to fix it, so I'm sorry if that's bothering you. But anyway, I would go, I'd go in the room, I'd eat my sandwich, and then I would go back to sleep. And while I was laying there to go back to sleep, my mom was still in the house, but she was in the bathroom. So I'm trying to explain how the layout of the house was. So if we were in the back bedroom, and from the very back bedroom is a hallway, and you walk down the hallway a little bit, just like I'm gonna say about like a couple feet, and then to the left there was the bathroom. So my mom would be in the bathroom, and I could see the light on in the bathroom, and I can hear like scuffling in the bathroom or whatever. But I always remember every single time, it never failed, I would hear like footsteps walking up and down the hall like non-stop. And like it could not have been my mom because my mom was in the bathroom and I did not see her walking up and down the hall. So it could not have been her. I saw the bathroom light on, and the footsteps went from all the way to the end of the hall, all the way back to the bedroom. It was just like non-stop. I don't know. That always weirded me out. I never said anything about it ever, actually, until maybe I was like in middle school. I was like, oh, you remember when this would happen? But I don't know. I can't remember if it would scare me. I think it would scare me, but nothing ever escalated from there, so it was never really a problem. But that's only one story. That was one story. Now another one takes place in the same house. I had my own room. To go back in time, me and my mom still lived there, so I had my own room, but I would never go in it. I would only go, I wouldn't even go in there to play for longer than 10 minutes, and I'll tell you exactly why. Because, let's say, the door is behind me, okay, and my toy box is against the furthest wall. So when I'm playing, I can't see who's coming in or out. And I remember when I would be sitting there playing, I would feel, that feeling, like everybody knows that feeling when you feel like somebody's watching you. I think I actually mentioned this one in my first video. If so, I'll put the video right here, so you can hear like a little bit more about it. But yeah, but yeah, I'd be playing. You know that feeling when somebody's watching you. I would turn around and I couldn't. It could be my imagination because it was so weird and it freaked me out when I was little, or it could just been my mom and my grandma was with me. Like, I really don't know. But I've asked them and they said that it wasn't them. So I don't know. But I would turn around and I would see somebody like peek, like you could only see like the head, but it was like peeking. And I'm telling you, as soon as I turned around, it was like boom. It would go behind the wall to where I couldn't see. And this would happen. I'm telling you, every time I would be in my room, this would happen. So like I never played in there. If I did play in there, I'd ask my mom or my grandma to come watch me play because I didn't want to be in there alone. That was another story. Here's another little short one. It also involves my room. When I was little, I'm telling you, I would remember every single toy. I had thousands of toys, but I would always remember every single toy that I had. So whenever my mom would get rid of toys, you know, I know. And I'd ask her and tell you, did you throw this away? She'd be like, yeah. But anyway, I had this, like, you know, those old toy cameras where you would look in and you click it. And it wasn't like an actual camera, but there would be like pictures in it. You know what I'm talking about? If I can, or if I feel up to it, I'll put a picture right here, like one of those cameras. If I'm too lazy, then you know, look it up. I don't know, but I had one of those cameras, and it was one of my favorite toys. But one day, I always had my things in a specific place, so I know exactly where they are. But one day, my camera wasn't there, and it just disappeared from the face of the earth. And I looked everywhere in the house. I had my mom and my grandma helped look everywhere in the house. I could not find it. Even when I got older, I keep asking them to get older. I'm like, did you? Just be honest. Like, I don't know why I still haven't let it go. I'm like, be honest. Did you take my camera? And they're like, no. I don't know what happened to it. So my camera just disappeared, and nobody knows what happened to it. Now, maybe some logical explanations. Maybe a kid I had over took the camera. I don't know. I want to say I was like 3 or 4 when I lived in that house. So I didn't really have a lot of friends who would just come over to the house all the time. If anything, it might have been like a cousin. But I don't know. Now, the last story about this house was when my grandma had her own place, me and my mom had her own place. So it was like a couple years later, we all moved out. And my grandma had some stuff in the house, and she was like, can you, she asked my mom, obviously, she's like, can you go and take these newspapers or something and go wrap up the breakables and put them in a box for her so she can just go and pick them up. And I was like, yeah, sure. So we go over there with all these newspapers in the car, and there should be nobody in this house. We were all moved out. So we walked up to the door. Me and my mom, we heard like boom, 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 like somebody running towards the door, and me and my mom booked it. I mean, like it wasn't somebody walking. It sounded like somebody was like charging for the door, and I mean, another logical explanation, maybe like somebody homeless was living there, somebody broke in, but I really doubt if somebody, because nobody should be there, and when you're not somebody you're supposed to be, I don't think you would run towards like people. I would think you would stay and be quiet. Like, I don't, if somebody homeless or somebody broke in, I don't think that they would run towards the door like that. But anyway, yeah, me and my mom booked it, you know, and we didn't even ever go back to the house after that. But yeah, that was my childhood home. Now, this one, I was still a kid. All of these, I wasn't even a teenager yet. I was like a little kid. So all this stuff really could have been just my imagination, you know? Like, I was really young, and, you know, I remember this stuff clear as day, but, you know, minuscule, uh, whatever the word is, details, I don't really remember. But, this time we were at my auntie's house, and I don't remember what we were doing there. I don't know why we were there, but I remember I was in the living room and I was playing with their dog. And once again, I had that feeling that somebody was watching me. And on this day, it was pouring rain outside. I mean, pouring rain. So nobody should have been outside. Like, most of these things, like, nobody should have been there. Like, most of these stories, like, nobody should have been there. I don't think anybody was there. But their window, let me see if I can explain. You know those windows? It's like the big windows, right? But in the bottom of the window, there's like tiny windows. So like this is the window, and then under it, there's like another tiny window. It's one of those windows, and I felt like somebody was watching me while I was playing with the dog. And so I look up, and I look at the window, and somebody's like, all I could see is the face, but they were in the bottom window, not the top one. So they must have been laying down or crouching, and they had their hands like this, and it was like a white face. I'm not talking about like skin color white. I'm talking like if somebody went out and bought white paint and painted their face like white. And like I want to say it. Like it didn't look. It looked like a mask, is what I want to say. Like it didn't look like a person's like face, you know. And I can't make out any other details than like a really white face, and their hands was like this, and they was just staring at me. And then when I saw that, I was like froze for like a good 2 minutes, and I'm just sitting there staring at whoever or whatever this is, just staring. Like, you know, I was in shock probably, I don't know. But I finally got out of whatever that was, and I stood up and I slowly walked back towards the door and, to the kitchen. Pretty sure it was the kitchen. And you know, I told my mom, I told my auntie, I said, there's somebody outside, they're watching me, go look. And so, of course, they're freaking out because I just said I saw somebody looking at me through the window outside. And so they run out, they look around the house, and then they get mad at me because they thought I was joking because there was nobody there, they said. I remember my aunt been like, maybe it was one of my friends, or I don't know, but that was just a weird experience, you know? I don't know. Alright, this is the last and final story. I'm pretty sure it's the last story. I don't think I have word stories. But, it's not actually my own, but my mother's. I think this one I was probably like maybe 13. So, we lived in this house, and, I used to have this, what's the guy's name on my stream? Soli. I used to have this Soli mask. You put it on, and it was one of those masks where like if you moved your jaw, it would like make it talk or whatever. And I used to have one of those, and I used to wear it all the time. I don't know. I was talking about this. I mean, it's not that new of an angle, but it's a different angle because, of course, my camera would die when I'm in the middle of talking. It's on the charger right now, so it's like basically I really jigged it to where I can film right now. But anyway, let me finish the story. I think I was saying it's not my story, but it's my mom's. Yeah, I think I've already read through that. Anyway, the soy mask that I had. I wear it all the time. I think just to be funny. I really don't know. But my mom said it was in the middle of the night, and she said I rolled. She rolled over because she felt like somebody was watching her, and she saw what she thought was me in the mask, but later I'll tell you it wasn't me. She saw like the horns from what she thought was my mask, and it was like, but it was like covered in like a sheet, you know. So like, you know, those um, old ghost costumes where you put a sheet over you and holds out. Yeah, she thought it was like one of those, but it was horns out. And she was like, "Caleb, stop playing, go back to bed," or something. And she said it was just right by her bed, you know, when she rolled over. But she asked me in the morning, she was like, "Why'd you do that? That's not funny." I was like, "What are you talking about?" She was like, "You came in my room with your Sully mask on, trying to scare me." And I was like, "No, I didn't." But I don't know about y'all, but I was one of those kids where I would not go in my parents' room at all. Like, that was like a no-no. So I barely even get up throughout the night. Anyway, I stay in my room. So it wasn't me. To this day, she still thinks that it was me. And then I was just playing with her, and I was like, "No, Mom, if it was me, I would have told you by now, because it's been years and years and years." I would have been like, "Yeah, that was me." But it was not me. But anyways, y'all, I really don't know. Like, I feel like I say this in all my videos, but I don't know how I'm gonna edit this. Sorry the video's too short. Sorry that it's a day late. You know, I was gonna film yesterday, but I don't know, I really didn't feel like doing anything yesterday, so sorry for being kinda late, but at least you're getting a video instead of no video at all. But I hope y'all enjoy the video. Let me know in the comments below, you know, do you think it was just my imagination from being young, or, you know, maybe it was from a ghost? I need to call Sam and Kobe up to them houses to figure out what was going on. Anyway, like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe, and you know, all the fun stuff I usually tell y'all to do. Also, follow my socials. Sorry, my video cut off again. I'm trying to remember what I was saying. I think I said follow my socials. I got Instagram and TikTok. That I always put them in the beginning of the video, and those little logos, and then I also put it in the description. And I'm pretty sure my Instagram is also on my About Me page and on my channel page, whatever it's called. But yeah, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and until hopefully next weekend. If it's not next weekend, it will be shortly after that. I promise you. It's just that some days, you know, I'm over it, you know. Just like to take a rest day from everything. But until, let's say, the next time I see you guys. Peace out.